Once there was a boy called Jhon.
Once there was a boy called Jhon,
Who had a wicked father.
Had a wicked father,
Who sailed on a ship.
who sailed on a
A
ship,
ship called Donker.
a ship called Donker.
It was a big ship.
It was a big ship.
His wicked father said one day,
His wicked father said one day that
Jhon should be a slave on his
be a slave on his ship,
and do all the work for him.
and do all the work for him.
So the next morning, Jhon went to the harbor to sail away.
Jhon went to the harbor to sail away.
Once they were out at sea, his father said,
Once
"Start
they were
cleaning
out
the
at
deck."
sea, his father said, "Start cleaning the deck."
While Jhon was cleaning the deck,
Jhon was cleaning the deck,
his wicked
his
father
wicked father
drank whiskey with his crew.
drank whiskey with his crew.
Then Jhon saw an island.
Then Jhon saw an island.
So Jhon swam to the island.
Jhon swam to the island.
But his father saw
his
him and got him
father
while he was
saw
just
him
finished his
and
bottle
got
of
him
whiskey.
while he was just finished his bottle of whiskey.
That night, there was
That
11-foot
night
high
there
waves,
was 11-foot high waves.
and his father said,
Father said,
"You will sleep on the deck."
on the deck.
Then Jhon said, "I will not sleep on the deck."
Then Jhon said, "I will not sleep on the deck."
"Oh, yes, you will," said his
Oh,
father.
yes, you will, said his father.
"Oh, no, I won't," said Jhon,
Oh, no, you won't, said Jhon,
in a rural voice.
in a rural voice.
But his father
But
said he
his
would.
father said he would.
In that night, it come down,
In
and
that
Jhon
night
swam
it
to the
calmed
island.
down, and Jhon swam to the island.
But his father had
But
tied a
his
rope to his
father
leg,
had tied a rope to his leg,
and Jhon could not get there.
and Jhon could not get there.
The next day, Jhon woke up early.
The next day, Jhon woke up early
And wrote a fake telegram
and
for his
wrote
father.
A fake telegram for his father.
It said, "You have been chosen
It said, "You have been chosen
for a TV program on this
for
island.
a TV program.
You will be chosen
On this
for a pirate
island,
at
you'll
11
be
o'clock."
chosen for a pirate at 11 o'clock.
So at 10 to 11, he went out to the
So
place.
at 10 to 11, he went out to the place.
On the door it said, "No kids
On the
allowed."
door it said, "No kids allowed."
So Jhon did not go in there while his father was in
So
there.
Jhon did not go in there while his father was in there.
Jhon went back to the ship
Jhon
and put a time
went
bomb in
back
it,
to the ship and put a time bomb in it,
so that when his father
that
came in,
when his father came
the ship would
in,
blow up.
the ship would blow up.
Then Jhon went along the shore
Then Jhon went along the
to the other
shore
side of the
to
beach.
other side of the beach.
At that time, his father had been
At
asked
that time,
questions
his
about why he
father
came here.
had been asked questions about why he came here.
He said he got a telegram.
He said he got a telegram.
Meanwhile, Jhon was swimming to another island.
Meanwhile, Jhon was swimming to another island.
Halfway there, a 20-foot high wave appeared.
Halfway there, 20-foot high wave appeared.
Jhon swam faster to get away from the whale.
To get away from the whale.
But the whale swallowed Jhon. That night, Jhon escaped from the whale and swam to the other island.
And it swam to the other island.
Then Jhon looked where he was. It said Skull-Pay.
It said Skull-Pay.
He went to the nearest house and rang the doorbell
and
asked for food.
And asked for food.
Then a horrible face appeared and took him in and said, "Sit down there."
Sit down there.
And he kidnapped Jhon and said, "You will soon be dead."
Said, "You will soon be dead."
The next day, his father went to his ship,
The next day
but it had been blown to
father
smithereens.
went to his ship, and it had blown to smithereens.
Then they took him to jail.
Then they took him to jail.
While Jhon was droning in the room, he swam to the door.
Jhon was droning in the room. He swam to the door,
Pushed it open,
and pushed it open,
and let the water go in the
let
other
all
room,
the water go in the other room,
and then slammed it.
and then slammed it.
And then when he slammed the door,
And then when he slammed the door,
he turned into a crusader
he turned into a crusader
on a horse with four
on a
other crusaders.
horse with four other crusaders
On the desert
on
sands.
the desert sands.
Jhon's clothes were different.
Jhon's clothes were different.
They were like crusaders'
They were
clothes.
like crusaders' clothes.
Jhon was thirsty
Jhon
in the desert
was
sun.
thirsty in the desert sun.
Then Jhon heard a mean laugh.
Then Jhon heard a mean laugh.
Then he saw a
Then he
man
saw
laughing
a
the same
man
laugh.
laughing the same laugh.
So Jhon rode away
Jhon
on the
rode
horse
away
until he got
on
to a
the
fort
horse
that
until
belonged
he
to the
got
king
to
of the
a
desert.
fort that belonged to the king of the desert.
He the moat and crawled along the
He
floor.
the moat and crawled along the floor,
So no one could see him.
so no one could see
Then he
him.
saw the
Then
king.
He saw the king.
Meanwhile, his father was in jail
Meanwhile, his father
for coming to the BBC studio.
was in jail for coming to the BBC studio.
Jhon's father was strong though,
Jhon's father was strong,
so he broke the
though.
bars
So he
and got
broke
away
the bars and got away
and flowed Jhon's
and
tracks.
flowed Jhon's tracks. love.